Hi, this is Raina. Thank you for joining me on my crochet channel. In this video we will make the mini granny square bag, and it is made with 13 of these little squares, and the squares are connected to each other after we finish each one, and then finish the bag with 3 rounds of edge. And I will show you how to make this nice cord for the handles. So it is easy to make the squares, but the connecting part and making that cord can be a bit tricky. So I hope my video is helpful doing that. And my bag measures about 6 inches wide and 6 inches from top to bottom. I use crochet thread size 10 and 5 colors. You can really use any combination of colors that you prefer. These are mine. I start with this pale light yellow. This is Golo crochet thread. And then second color is this light turquoise. Third one is light purple. This one is Aunt Lydia's crochet thread. Fourth color is light pink, also Aunt Lydia's. And then fifth color is light gray, also Aunt Lydia's. So these 2 smaller ones are Golo. So any type of crochet thread size 10 that you have is fine, and 5 colors. Crochet hook is 1.75 millimeters. And let's get started. I start with my pale yellow for the first round. So make a slip knot. And now chain 4. And slip stitch in the first chain to make a ring. And now to start the first round, chain 3. This counts as the first double crochet. And now make 2 more double crochets in the ring. Chain 2. Now 3 double crochets in the ring. Chain 2. 3 more double crochets in the ring. Chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. So 4 sets of 3 double crochets for each side of the square, 2 chains for each corner, last 2 chains. Now slip stitch in that third beginning chain, and I will cut off thread and fasten off. My second color is the light turquoise. Again, make a slip knot. And now I'm going to join it in one of the corner spaces with double crochet stitch. So yarn over, insert hook through that 2 chain space, make a double crochet, and then 2 more double crochets in the same space. Then chain 2, and now 3 double crochets in the same space. Then chain 2 skip double crochets here, go in the next chain space and make the next corner with 3 double crochets, 2 chains and 3 double crochets. This is always the corner. Chain 2, skip these double crochets, and next corner same, 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets. After the last corner, chain 2 and slip stitch in top of that first double crochet here, and again cut off thread, fasten off. Made a slip knot with my 3rd color, light purple, and I will join it again same way with double crochet stitch in one of the corner spaces here. And then do the same, 2 more double crochets in same space, 2 chains and 3 more double crochets. Chain 2, and now we can do 3 double crochets in this middle 2 chain space. Chain 2, and next corner 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets. Then chain 2, and again 3 double crochets here, chain 2, and I make a next corner and finish it the same way. After last 2 chains, slip stitch in that beginning double crochet and cut off. Fasten off. Make a slip knot with your next 4th color. Mine is light pink. Again, join it with double crochet stitch in one of the corner spaces. Make the same corner, 2 more double crochets, 2 chains and 3 double crochets. Chain 2, in the next 2 chain space, 3 double crochets, chain 2, and again in the next 2 chain space, 3 double crochets, chain 2 and corner, 3 double crochets, 2 chains and 3 double crochets. Next side, chain 2, 3 double crochets here, chain 2, 3 double crochets here, chain 2, and the next corner. And we'll make one more round. My color here is light gray, so for the first square, so join the same way, double crochet, so make the whole first corner here, chain 2, and now in each of these chain 2 spaces you do 3 double crochets and chain 2 between, and then corners are the same. And I finished this last round same way, slip stitched in a first double crochet and then cut off and fasten off. And now we will need to make 13 squares for the back, but each next square, as we finish the last round, we also attach it to the next square. So when you get to the last round of your second square, next one, then let's do this together. I'll show you how to attach it to this first one. And I'm on the last round here with my second square. So I already did 2 sides here. First corner, second, and now the third one here. I'm gonna start attaching. So with the last 2 chains here, make the 3 double crochets in a corner. Now chain 1, then grab your first square and place it here against your second square, so the wrong sides are facing, right sides are out. And now insert hook through that corner chain space of your finished square, this one, and then yarn over and pull it through the loop on hook. So this is the slip stitch that we use to attach it. Now chain 1, and then separate these and go back to your current square, make 3 double crochets for the corner. So we'll always attach it when we do these change between double crochets. And again, now chain 1, grab that first finished square, insert hook through the space, that next 2 chain space on it, and pull the thread through. Also pull it through the loop on hook. This is the slip stitch. Chain 1 and continue here on this side, make the next 3 double crochets. Again, chain 1, insert hook through the next chain space on the first finished square, pull thread through, also through loop and hook, chain 1, make 3 double crochets here. Again, chain 1, slip stitch through next chain space of finished square, chain 1, 3 double crochets, again chain 1, slip stitch through next chain space, chain 1, and now corner, make first 3 double crochets, and same, chain 1, then insert hook through the corner chain space, slip stitch, chain 1, and now we just have to finish this side. So finish the corner first with 3 double crochets, and then 2 chains and 3 double crochets in each chain 2 space, and then to finish, slip stitch again in the first double crochet. First 2 squares are connected. Next, make the third square, and we are going to connect it here on this side. And here I'm on the last round of the third square. I weaved in all the ends on these two, so it would be easier to show. And you could do the same because there are lots of ends to weave if you do them all at once. So square by square may be easier. It's up to you. So now to attach the third square, again I'm gonna first start that corner with 3 double crochets, and then I'm gonna attach it here. So grab these two pieces, I'm gonna place them against that unfinished one. So the first point to attach here is this corner where we have the two others connected. So I'm gonna chain 1, and then to do the slip stitch I'm gonna insert my hook here in this connecting point of these two squares, pull it through the loop and hook, and now the third is connected to those two. Chain, finish the corner here with 3 double crochets, and now continue the same. Chain 1, then go in the next chain space here on this finished square, insert hook through, pull thread through the space and loop and hook. Chain 1, go to the next chain space on your current square to make the next 3 double crochets. Again, chain 1, then insert hook through the next chain space on the other square, pull thread through and through the loop and hook. So slip stitch here, and then chain and 3 double crochets in next chain space. Chain, slip stitch, chain, chain, again slip stitch and chain, and now I'm at the corner here. So first 3 double crochets, and then again chain, slip stitch in corner space, chain, and finish corner here with 3 double crochets. So with this, now the third square is attached. Just need to finish up this side and slip stitch in first double crochet, then cut off thread and fasten off, and then we'll do the 4th square together next. And now the 8th square is different because we have to connect the two sides of it, not just one. First we connect this side to the previous square like we did before, then crochet this side, and then the last side of the square we need to connect it to the first square with this side. So I do this differently as the ones before. I'm not going to make the whole corner here, just make 3 double crochets. That's the second set in that corner. Then chain 1, then grab your square, finished square, and go into that first chain space to make the slip stitch. Chain 1, continue with 3 double crochets, I'm at the corner, chain 1, then slip stitch in this connecting point. Now continue and finish these next 2 sides. So I have finished 3 sides on this last square. This one we will connect to the first square, and I marked it with a stitch marker. And first I'm going to turn it around, wrong side facing, and then fold it. And now fold it so that you can get this last unfinished side against that first side that we need to connect here. And start with the corner. I made 1 chain here, and now connect these 2 here, insert and make a slip stitch, chain, and now continue the same 3 double crochets, chain, and slip stitch through the next chain space, chain, 3 double crochets here, take off the stitch marker, and then we'll finish together this last corner. Now in this last corner I'm going to connect all 3 squares, the corners, at the same time. So after these last 3 double crochets, make a chain. Now you can place the corners of the finished squares together so that I can insert my hook through both these chain spaces at once to make that corner slip stitch. Chain 1. And now here's my first beginning double crochet. I need to slip stitch in it to finish. And then cut off and fasten off. So 8 squares are connected, And now next 2 squares, we're going to attach the sides here. I'm starting with the first one. First I'm going to make that last round here on this side, and then we can connect these 2 sides to the others. Now 10 squares are attached. These 2 are the last ones we did. So I turned it around, and now we're gonna attach 2 more here on this side. And then this means that this square now, the 11th one, we are going to attach it on 3 sides, here, here, and here. I'm gonna start here in this lower corner. I'm gonna do the whole corner, so meaning 3 double crochets, the first set, and then with the next chains I will already start attaching. So instead of 2 chains, I'll do again 1, and now grab the side you need to attach it to, also this lower corner on this square, and the slip stitch. So now you see how you can attach these 3 sides. Now just continue same. And the last square, the 13th, we're going to add here to the bottom. It's going to be folded and connected this way. And that means we have to connect all sides, all 4 sides of this square. I'm going to start in one of the corners. Make the first 3 double crochets. One chain. And I'm gonna start connecting here in this lower corner with these 2 squares already attached. So that's the same, just insert hook in a connecting point, slip stitch, continue 1 chain, 3 double crochets in same corner space, one chain, then slip stitch in the next chain space on the other square, chain, and 3 double crochets. Now connecting the second corner after 3 double crochets, chain, slip stitch through that connecting point, chain, continue with double crochets. And now we can do 3 rounds of edge and handles. So I made a slip knot with my light gray. I'm going to join it here in one of these upper corners with a single crochet stitch, and single crochet 1 more in the same space. Now single crochet in each next stitch. 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet 1 in the next chain space. Again 1 in each next stitch, so 3, then 1 in a chain space. So continue here until you get to this lower corner. And here in this lower corner, I'm just gonna single crochet 1 in this first chain space on this square, and then single crochet in that chain space on that next square. And then continue single crochet 1 in each next stitch, and single crochet 1 in chain space. And when you get to this upper corner here, single crochet 2 in here, and repeat all around. And I'm back to the beginning here. So just slip stitch in that first single crochet, start the second round, chain 1, and now just single crochet 1 in each stitch. Except in each of these lower corners we're gonna do 2 single crochets together, so I'll show you that. So these 2 stitches here, this is the last one on this square and this is the first one on the next square. So insert hook through that first one, pull up loop, then insert hook through that next one, pull up loop, then yarn over, pull through 3 loops, 2 single crochets together, and then continue single crochet 1 in each stitch. And in upper corner just single crochet in each stitch, same, and here again do 2 together in this one and this one. And I finished this round also with slip stitch in a first single crochet, and last round where we also add the handles, start same, chain 1 and single crochet in each next stitch all the way to this next lower corner. So here, this is my 2 single crochets together, this stitch here. I'm going to just skip it, go to the next stitch, single crochet in it, and in each next. And then here in this next upper corner we'll start the cord for the first handle. So I made single crochets all the way up here, also in both these stitches that were first made in the chain space. To start the cord, first chain, turn, and now single crochet in that same stitch, that last one you did. Turn again, and now you see this loop here on the side. I'm gonna insert hook through it, then pull up loop and yarn over, finish single crochet stitch, turn, and from now on I'm gonna insert hook. You see these 2 loops here on the side, insert hook through both of them, pull up loop, pull through both loops. It helps to make these loops a little looser. I tend to crochet tightly, so I'm trying here. Turn again, insert hook through these 2 loops on that side, pull up loop, pull through 2 loops and hook, turn. These are my 2 loops here. So always turn, this is the clockwise for the next stitch. And I'm gonna count my stitches by these loops here. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So I'm gonna make 36 here. So I finished my cord, and here on this side I counted 36 of these loops, and now we are going to join it here in this next upper corner on the edge. And the way to do this is we're going to make the slip stitch in here in this upper stitch. But I'm first going to insert my hook through these 2 loops as if starting to make a new stitch. But then also insert your hook through that stitch you're going to attach it to. Just find that most uppermost middle one here. And then yarn over on the back and pull it through all loops on hook. And then go and make single crochets in each next stitch. And when you get to this lower corner here, again, just skip this 2 single crochet together stitch here. Make 1 here, skip, and make next here. And here, the next upper corner, we can make that second handle. I made single crochets in here both stitches that are above that corner chain space. Again, chain, turn, now single crochet in this same last stitch, turn again, now insert hook through this side loop here, pull up loop, and finish single crochet, turn. Now I have 2 loops here on the side, insert hook through both, pull up loop, finish single crochet, turn. Again, 2 loops here, and again here counting on this side I have 36 of these loops, and now I want to attach it here to this corner. So again, first insert your hook through these next 2 loops as if to start making new stitch, and then insert it through that stitch you want to attach it to here on your edge, and then yarn over and pull through all these loops, and then also slip stitch in that next stitch to finish. So this is where we started. This side is done, and now I'm gonna cut off thread, fasten off, and weave in these last ends. And here is my finished granny square mini bag. I hope you have fun making your own. You will find the link to written pattern in video description box. Thank you so much for watching, and happy crocheting!